Hi, this is Marty from Blue Lightning TV. I'm going to show you how to create a powerful shattered text effect with broken glass. I provided a Photoshop PSD file so you can follow along. Its link is below in my video's description or project files. It includes this bare metal texture and 2 shattered glass images which we'll use later. Create a new document by going to File and New. Make its width 1550 pixels, its height 870 pixels, and its resolution 150 pixels per inch. Click the small box and pick Black. Then close both windows. Press T on your keyboard to open your Type tool and click the small box at the top to open the color picker. Pick white and click OK. Open your type picker and pick a heavy sans serif font. I'm using At.an. If you'd like to use it, I provided its link as well. I'll choose a point size of 200, but feel free to adjust the size. I'll choose Sharp for its aliasing and center alignment. Click on your document and type out your text. To center it, open your Move tool and press Ctrl or Command A to select it all. Click the Align Horizontal Centers icon and the Align Vertical Centers icon. To deselect it, press Ctrl or Command D. To adjust the space between 2 characters, press T to open your Type tool again and click between those characters. Press and hold Alt or Option as you press the right or left arrow key on your keyboard. Next, we'll adjust the baseline of many of the characters to give it a disruptive look. To do this, click the Character Panel icon. If you don't see it, go to Window and Character. This opens the Character Panel. Highlight the character you want to move and drag the baseline shift icon to the left or right. Highlight the next character you'd like to move and again drag the baseline shift icon. Continue these steps for all the characters you want to move. Then close the Character Panel. Click your Move tool and open the PSD file I provided. To place it onto your other document, press Ctrl or Command A to select it and Ctrl or Command C to copy it. Open back your other document and press Ctrl or Command V to paste it onto it. We'll fill our text with the metal texture by making the texture into a clipping mask. To do this, press Ctrl-Alt-G on Windows or Command-Option-G on a Mac. If you want to resize the metal texture inside your text, open your Transform tool by pressing Ctrl or Command-T. Go to a corner, and when you see a diagonal double arrow, press and hold Alt or Option plus Shift as you drag it in or out. To accept it, press Enter or Return. We'll convert our bare metal text into a smart object so we can modify it non-destructively, as well as allow us to replace it with another typeface or another word without having to redo all the effects. To do this, Shift-click the text layer to make it active as well, and click the icon at the upper right corner of the Layers panel. Click Convert to Smart Object. Click the FX icon and click Bevel Emboss. The style is Inner Bevel, the technique is Chisel Hard, and the depth is 100%. The direction is up, and the size is 3 pixels. Global light is checked. Make the angle 132 degrees and the altitude 32 degrees. The highlight mode is linear dodge, and its opacity is 75%. The shadow mode is multiply, and its opacity is also 75%. Then click OK. Make a copy of it by pressing Ctrl or Command-J. Name the copy Larger Text. Next, we'll create sharp angular paths on our text that will ultimately break it apart into shards. Open your pen tool and click outside a character. Make sure you release your mouse or pen and click outside another part of your text, making sure it crosses over just a sliver of your text. Release again and click outside your text. Release one more time and click directly on the first anchor point to close the path. You know you're closing the path when you see a small circular icon next to the pen icon. To make another work path, release and click another area outside your text. Using these steps, continue to make sharp slivers near the edges of your characters. Feel free to also make small angular shapes inside your characters as well. When you've made angular path shapes over all the edges of your characters, open your Paths panel. If you don't see it, go to Window and Paths. Click the icon at the upper right of the Paths panel and click Make Selection. Feather it 0 pixels and make sure Anti-Aliased is checked. Then click OK. Open back your Layers panel and make Layer 1 active. Click the Layer Mask icon to make a layer mask of the selection. Press and hold Alt or Option as you drag a copy of the layer mask next to the top layer. Make the layer mask active and invert it by pressing Ctrl or Command-I. Make the layer next to it active and open your Transform tool. Go to a corner, press Alt or Option plus Shift and drag it out approximately this much. Move your cursor and when you see a curved double arrow, rotate it a bit. Go inside the transform and drag it a little bit. Then press Enter or Return. Under the top layer, double-click Effects to open the Layer Style window. Click Drop Shadow. The blend mode is multiply and the opacity is 75%. The angle is 132 degrees. The distance is 18 pixels and the size is 6 pixels. Then click OK. Open the Photoshop file I provided. Make sure the glass layer is active. Go to the middle layer and shift-click it to make it active as well. Make both glass layers visible and press V to open your Move tool. Drag them onto your Other Documents tab and without releasing your mouse or pen, press and hold Shift and drag them down onto the text and release. Make the top layer visible and active and change its blend mode to screen. Make the other glass layer visible and drag it below your bottom text layer but above the background. When you see the subtle double horizontal lines, release your mouse or pen. If you want to reposition the glass under your text, just drag it. This is Marty from Blue Lightning TV. Thanks for watching.